What's up, guys? Alright, long overdue on this video, but time just is not my friend. So, RTS Tactical Level 4 ceramic body armor plates. I mentioned this in a previous video that this is going to be coming up, and here we are. So, RTS liked the video that I did on their steel plates. So they sent me this to try out for you guys. There are other videos on YouTube of other guys shooting the crap out of these. They've got a really good track record. So I don't have any suspicions that this is going to do any differently. However, we're still going to do it just so I can show it to you guys. But before we get into that, I wanted to go over a couple of things on this plate. So it's a level 4 ceramic plate. It's 10 by 12. And there's a couple of interesting features on it that I really like. So to start with, it's got a foam face to it underneath the polyurethane coating. And according to RTS, that foam helps keep the ceramic pieces intact after a round hits them and the ceramic starts to break apart. That makes a lot of sense to me. Secondly, the construction of the plate, the ceramic, it's made up of a bunch of individual ceramic squares, right? Now, the reason behind that, as I understand it, is think of it like concrete. Okay, so if you've got a big giant concrete slab and it gets a crack in it, that crack can run from one side to the other all the way through a concrete slab. If you take and have a bunch of individual squares of concrete poured side by side and up close to make one big area, a crack will only go to where the split's at. Or if you've got a giant slab and you put relief cuts in it, and it gets a crack, when it gets to one of those relief cuts, it stops. It won't spread to the other areas. Same concept here as I understand it. So as a round hits one of these individual squares, it's going to break that square, but it won't spread those fractures to the other squares, which means they stay intact and are capable of taking more hits. That's a good thing. In comparison, so for many years, actually since about 2007, I have been running these plates right here. These are level 4 standalone plate, ceramic plates, just like that's a level 4 standalone. However, this just has a nylon type coating over it, and it's one solid piece of ceramic. Now, it can be multi-hit, because the ceramic will stay together enough that it will take hits. However, it won't do it as well as this one will because of the difference in the construction. Another couple of points. This plate is a multi-curve plate, so you can see how it's shaped. It's got multiple curves to it, so it hugs the contours of your body really good. This is only a single curve plate. It's just got the single curve in it, and that's it. It's not really a big issue. It's still going to fit good, especially once you get it in a carrier. Two other points of observation. This is my existing plate, and this is the RTS. The RTS is significantly thicker, okay? Part of that's from that foam face that's on the front of it. However, here's the cool part. This plate is only like 6.3 pounds, I think. Yeah, 6.3. 6.3 or 6.5. I can't remember. I don't have the computer in front of me. I believe it's 6.3. This plate right here is 7.5. Okay? So, this plate, for the same level 4 multi-hit standalone protection, is over a pound lighter. So for two plates, front and the back, that's 2 full pounds of weight that I can shed over my existing ceramic plates. That adds up. That's a big deal. So I will go ahead and tell you up front, we are going to take this out and shoot it here in just a little bit. But if this performs as I've seen it perform in other videos, and I have no doubts that it will, there's a really good chance I'm probably going to buy a couple of these myself and replace my older ones, and probably retire them to backup duty in case something happens to these, because I really like that extra pound of weight savings. So we're going to take it out to the range. We're going to hit it with a couple of rounds. I'm not going to do like some guys do and just shoot the crap out of it with 1,500 different guns, right? It's rated to stop 30-06 armor piercing. That it's been done to death with guys shooting it with stuff. And you got to keep in mind, one of my little pet peeves I have when guys are doing body armor videos is they'll shoot the plate multiple times with different things, and you have to understand, and most people don't acknowledge this, even a multi-hit plate, once it's taken a hit, it is compromised, okay? Even one with the sections like this has got, it's still compromised. If you hit too close to where one of those other rounds is hit at, or whatever, it may or may not stop the next round. It's multi-hit in that it can take multiple hits in multiple places and still work. You can shoot through ceramic armor. If you keep hitting it in the same spot with 2 or 3 rounds, you can get penetration through it. So always keep that in mind. And keep that in mind whenever you're seeing people test stuff like that, that it may stop stuff in the beginning, but then all of a sudden stuff's passing through it. Well, those same rounds that are passing through it after they shot the crap out of it very well may not go through it if it was a fresh, undamaged plate. So just keep that in mind when you're seeing that and making those kind of decisions. I think I'm probably going to just shoot it with 2 common rounds. I'm going to hit it with a standard 7.62 by 3.9 full metal jacket out of a 16-inch barrel, and with a 55 grain M193 out of 20-inch barrel. The reason I'm doing a 20-inch barrel is because M193 out of 20-inch barrel is screaming, and speed is what defeats armor. So the faster that bullet's going, the better chance it's got of going through. 20-inch barrel, man, it's cooking coming out of there. More often than not, nowadays, what you're probably going to encounter is a 16-inch barrel, a 14.5-inch barrel, or heck, now even a 11.5, 10.5, right? 20-inchers aren't as prevalent as they once were, but they're still out there. Point is, if it'll stop it coming out of a 20-inch barrel, anything below that where it's going slower, it'll stop it out of that. So I don't have an unlimited ammo budget just to shoot 15 different rounds at it. And quite honestly, I've only got 2 calibers in my inventory, and that's 5.56 and 7.62 by 3.9. So that's what we're going to shoot it with. It should stop that with no problem, but we're going to do it for you guys and see. I'm not shooting my existing plates because I already know what they do, and if I shoot these up, then I ain't got any plates right now. So nothing's going to happen to these, even if I get new plates, because I want to keep these for backup spares if I get new ones. So we've rambled on long enough about that. I think that's all the pertinent issues. Let's head out to the range and we'll put a couple rounds on it and see what it does. Alright guys, we're out at the range. I've got the RTS plate. We're going to go stick it up down on the berm, and like I said previously, 55 grain M193 through a 20-inch, and then some 7.62 by 3.9 through a 16-inch. I'm going to use the KS-47 for this one just because I needed to do something else with it today at the same time. So instead of the AK, it'll be that. Same, still 16-inch barrel, yada yada. So let's go pop this with a couple of rounds and see what it does. Alright guys, I got the plate propped up. We're going to give it a couple of shots. Now, Unfortunately, I forgot my second camera, so I'm not going to have a camera down by the plate when it gets hit. I meant to do that, and I apologize. I left the house and forgot it, and not that it would be an issue, but the camera I use for that's my old one, and I don't care if it gets really messed up. Not going to put the good one down there because the way my luck is, something screwy would happen. So let me get set up with the rifles and we'll pop it good. Alright guys, we're going to hit it with one round of that M193 out of the old 20-inch here. So alright, let's go take a look at it. Alright, so right off the bat, got a little back face deformation there, not a big deal. And there's where it hit. You can see some of the ceramic out the side, but it did not penetrate. Did not penetrate. Yep, that back face is maybe a 1/4 inch. It wouldn't kill you, but you'd know you'd been hit. Alright, let's try the 7.62 by 3.9 and see what it does. Alright guys, we're going to put a round through it with the 7.62 by 3.9. This is just standard, Red Army standard full metal jacket. So nothing fancy. Alright. Alright, let's go take a look. Alright, that actually had less back face deformation than the 5.56 did. But you can see where it hit right there. It blew out the front a little bit, but yeah, no penetration at all. And the rest of it still feels solid. So like right here you can feel where the pieces are crunched up where the round impacted, and you can feel around here where it's impacted. But having all those individual squares like they've got, the rest of it stays solid. So you could still take more hits in these other areas and be okay. So, yeah, again, that's the ceramic that's in it. So, alright guys, that's the two main rounds I wanted to try in this. And as you can see plainly, it stopped them. I mean, I could do like everybody else and just shoot the crap out of it, but what are we really proving at that point other than I had ammunition to waste, and I really don't have ammo to waste. So this stopped it. It did a really good job. Again, that'll kind of give you an idea. That was the 55 grain M193, and right there is the 7.62 by 3.9. So you'll know you've been hit, but you'll be alive. This will stop the rounds. It does what it's rated to do. I have no doubt that it will stop 308 and everything like it's advertised to do if I had a 308 to shoot it with. I don't, so there you go. Yeah, I'm probably going to be trying to order a set of these for myself to replace my older ones, because these do the same thing, only they're a pound lighter than my old plates are. So the older you get, the more those pounds start becoming an issue. Ask me how I know. Anyway, I'll put a link to these down in the description. If there's not a link in the description, there will be a link to the blog. The blog will have a link to these for sure, just in case the YouTube overlords get upset. As always, guys, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Y'all stay safe, take care, and I'll see you later. Alright guys, quick addendum. I forgot I had some of the Defiant Munitions 7.62 by 3.9 190 grain subsonic solid copper hollow points. Let's try one of those on it real quick just for giggles. Let's see what that did. All right, no penetration. Let's see. It hit right here, which was already a compromised area, and didn't go through. So, yeah, that's a good deal. We know it'll stop that.